eFootball recently had its second yearly update from eFootball 2023 to eFootball 2024. And with it, it brought some updates to the gameplay and the game overall. And I'm going to review these in this video here. So make sure to stick to the end to hear all my opinions on eFootball 2024. Now, I haven't actually fully read the update notes, and this is more of a personal opinion and what I felt from playing the game in the past few days. Having played the eFootball League divisions over on my Twitch channel, where you can see me play eFootball live most weekdays, link in description. I have to say I was pleasantly surprised with this update. The gameplay does feel better. Dribbling seems to have been improved again, getting us back towards the levels that we saw in beta for eFootball. Players' movements are more nuanced and you are able to make finer adjustments with your players during a game. There's also less of that chaotic physics that we used to see where the ball would bounce a million times between 3 or 4 players. That seems to have, for the most part, gone out of the gameplay now. I also noticed that some of the 1-2 play seems to have had an improvement as well. Through balls and 1-2s are something that I've long had issues with in eFootball and going back to when the game was still called Pro Evolution Soccer. This recent update seems to have given them a little bit more freedom, a little bit more life to your passing with the 1-2 through ball. I noticed some really cool little layoffs from Erling Haaland and some of the other players as well. Ball going into your centre forward and then laying it back off to a midfielder seems to have really improved how you can do your 1-2s, going from midfield to your striker and back. But some of these things may be a placebo effect. This is just what I feel from playing the game and having played eFootball since it launched. But I want to know what you guys think as well. Are you experiencing similar improvements to what I have seen, or are you seeing any negatives? Do let me know. That's not to say that the game's perfect. There are still issues with the game, and hopefully they will get there with improvements and patches over time. But this has now been a 2-year process, and it's been pretty slow going to get us to a state where the game feels half decent. There have been other gameplay additions as well, but mainly to the offline mode, with the inclusion of being able to have the rain weather effect or snow. Now, I've seen a lot of people in social media exclaiming how great it is that we've got rain and snow, but if you think about it, this is something very basic that we probably should have had in the game all along. And yes, it's cool that that option's now there, but we can't have it in online matches, which seems strange that it's not available in there, but is in the offline mode. But yeah, to me, it's just something that should have been in the game from the very beginning. That brings me to my other point of the fact that we still haven't got many offline modes that we were promised from the get-go. We're long overdue the Master League now, and Lord knows when we're even gonna get it. I have a theory that we're never gonna see it, but other people in the community are adamant that it is gonna be coming in 2024. Speaking of, we need that edit option file. I'm sick of playing as Newcastle United with a plain white kit. It looks horrendous. Come on, Konami. We should have an edit option file available in the game. It's been 2 years now. You said that we would get it. Where is it? We need it. So content-wise, the game is still pretty lackluster. You've only got the trial match, friend match, and then the Dream Team stuff with the events and things, which are pretty cool. But unless you're playing online, you're doing it competitively or doing it on a stream like I do, you're gonna run out of patience for this game. On the presentation side, they've gone with a whole new colour palette. It's kind of got that retro-y kind of 80s hyper-futuristic kind of look to it with the blue and purples. And the main menu is a lot more cleaner to look at, much more muted with the nice bright colours on the actual menu icons. I think this is a great improvement, and they've actually listened to the community who've complained for 2 years about the colour palette that they went for with eFootball. Now, they did already mute the blue down before in eFootball 2023, but that still is in the match screen. That blue and yellow has survived into the match screen, but yeah, it's not as bad as it was. But it's interesting that they've had an overhaul of the main menu with the look, but not in the match screens. There's also been things such as player graphical updates, player face updates. Some players that didn't have player faces have now got them, and this is something that's going to be a continual process with the game each year. Some of the licensing has changed as well, so In the trial match, we don't have the same teams that you can pick. Obviously, as I say, the option file would alleviate a lot of this, but even being able to play as the generic license-free version of some of the clubs isn't available in the trial match menu. So overall, a positive update for me for eFootball. eFootball 2024 is a step in the right direction for the franchise, but the franchise is lagging behind almost 2 years after it changed to this new format, and I want to see big improvements coming forward from Konami. It feels like they just cut the game in half 2 years ago and they're now catching up. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, do leave a like. It really helps me get my videos out to other people. And make sure to subscribe for more eFootball news and gameplay. See you in the next one.